All right, everyone. So we got a little bit of wiring done. We're gonna do a video before I hop off. I'm just putting it together with wire nuts for now, for testing purposes. You can see where I'm at with that. I got one more wire off the rectifier. I got one more wire off of the thermal controller. I gotta see where they go. And then I gotta drop the transformer in. I got a couple of little wires over here. They're coming over that still gotta be wired in. What else is there? That's about it. Not a lot. Just gotta find out where they go. You see that they're the little ones coming off that down there or whatnot. But yeah, that's where we're at now. First thing I did was come over and hooked up these lights real quick. All these ballasts are bad, and I am just doing away without the ballast. I'm actually doing away without the lights. These lights here can be hardwired in. They could be soft wired, and they can interlink together. And I get them on Amazon. I'll post the link for them down below in the comment box. But yeah, they're cheap. They come out to about $8 per light when I buy them by the box. The bigger the box load is I buy them, the cheaper they are. And they're lighting up this whole area. I'm literally not using a light at all. So that is a plus. This has to be the brightest this area has been since I've worked here. Now, but as I'm up here, look what I see on lane 3. You see that, right? That is not correct. That pin should not be in that location. So, while I'm up here, I got to adjust that wire probably. And I'm going to assume that's what it is, a wire adjustment. I'm going to assume that wire is pushed too much to our left when it should be to the right a little more, closer to the 5 pin. But you see that. And that is one of the advantages about being up here, working on this. I can see down the row. And as I see down the row, I notice things like that. Lane 1's right there. It's lane 2, lane 3, lane 4. And I just happened to look over. I'm like, oh. Well, that was a potential problem. And when I see a potential problem, that can kick that pin over into the turret. Make it look like it's doing a double dump in one bucket, but it's not. It could do many different things. It could not fall correctly in the bucket and down and not hit the latch down there. And somebody had to come up here and do that. But yeah, it's something like that. It just like, wow. That could be an issue for my pin chasers. That probably is an issue with my pin chasers is lane 3. And I know they've had an issue with a pin not setting right. And there we go, folks. That's why. But if you also look there, it looks like that pin kind of pushed it over maybe. But yeah, I can definitely look at it straight on and tell you that wire is not in the right place. That wire is definitely pushed over to the left more. But yeah, we will fix that before we leave. And that should get rid of an issue there. It didn't happen very often, but it did happen. And when you're on a lane, working on one, just look at the next one over and, a few over. I see lane 5 that has no pins in the turret at all. So, yeah, okay, they're on the deck, so that tells me that has 20 pins in it. I can see that lane 4 has about 17 pins in it. I can see lane 6 has about 14 pins in it. And just because I can look down and I see that the turret's open. A couple lanes may have 21. But I can promise you none of them have 23, 24. And now that I see, okay, well, I'll drop a couple pins in that lane there. At least one give it 19. That one's fine. Lane 6, well, I'm going to drop a few pins in that one. I like to have them at least 19 pins. Some of them have issues with the elevator here, where it's not that they're not set right. The micro switch on the other side for the elevator is dirty or whatever, but it doesn't always work. It sticks, we'll say. So I keep 19 pins in them until I get a chance to actually start pulling these micro switches off. Maybe get an extra backup. Get one for a backup. That way I can take that one, put that one on, and take that one off, clean it, put that one on the next machine, and so on. Not that I've ever had these micro switches go bad. They just, I'm assuming it's dirty. But that's my guess. I know so many people don't like seeing my covers off my solenoids. To me, that's not an issue. I don't like having my control panel covers off. I agree with that 1,000,000%. I do gotta get them back on. I see that this control panel on this side is missing a screw. Again, little things that we look at. That one's missing a screw. At least one screw on each side I'm happy with. But that one's missing a screw. Looks like every one of them is missing a screw just about. But when I got here, a lot of these covers were off. And I put a lot of covers on, and I ran out of bolts. And we do got some now. So it looks like I need to go back and start double checking these covers and getting bolts, at least one bolt on each side to hold them on. And maybe in the future we'll get all the bolts in them. And that'd be really nice. But the lane down there, I rebuilt the kicker on. I have not had problems with the kicker since. This lane is going to need a kicker. So I'm going to try to rebuild the other kicker. I got to order a parts kit for it. And if anybody happens to have a link for these rollers and whatnot on them, I would really appreciate it. That way I can buy parts kits. Most of these shotguns were installed in 2000 and 2001. I don't think I have anything newer than 2001 in here. Either somebody's in my bowling alley or somebody's one of the returning ex-employees are helping me. But we'll see. Later, folks.